everybody, it's Derek, aka Mr. Shred with Masters of Shred, your number one source for all your daily Shredtacular content. I'm here in the always sunny Miami Beach, except for today, but this guy's about to make it a whole lot sunnier. It is none other than the Shred creature from the Black Lagoon, the mighty John 5 of Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson, David Lee Roth, recorded tracks with Slash, Ozzy Osbourne, Rob Halford. The list goes on and on. Give it up for John 5.
Well, thank you very much. And Creature from the Black Lagoon was shot, around this area.
Very close to here.
Yeah.
So it's suiting to have you back home where you belong.
That's right.
So I also gotta say this, and we actually just talked about this a little bit earlier. Thank you for the support of the page.
I love it.
As you guys know, he's always active on it. He likes, he comments, he shreds knowledge on certain posts, which is amazing.
I really think it's a great, this is what Instagram is for, I think. It's wonderful because it's so educational and it inspires other players to go, oh, now that's a good idea, or I've never seen that before. Because just imagine if it wasn't around, you probably wouldn't know of these people all over the world. So it is a very, very smart educational thing, and I love it. I'm a big fan of it.
That's awesome. Yeah, you're 100% right. I see players that have come out now from this thing that you wouldn't have a platform where they're from, but now they kind of got a way to be seen by everybody in an area where they get mass exposure. So it is great. It's a good thing. Now, you are coming off strong this year already. You have a new John 5 and the Creatures album that is absolutely amazing called Invasion, coming out this summer, but there's no exact date yet.
July 31st, around there.
July 31st is the official date.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You have amazing tracks you put out, some videos, and one of them, Zoinks, the first one that you put out.
Yeah.
Awesome flashback to Scooby-Doo type of cartoon artists, and you actually had someone very well-known in animation do that video.
Yes, Brett Boggs, who, I was doing a show and I was doing a meet and greet, and he came up and he was like, oh, I work at Disney and I do animation. I was like, I would love to do a Scooby-Doo-esque video, and instead of the mystery machine, have it the shred machine, and I'd go around and solve mysteries and, have do things with my guitar and, like fly away with it and, have all these gadgets. And he's like, I could do that. So, he's drawing and doing all these things. He's like, well, I'm working on Frozen 2 right now. And I'm like, listen, get your priorities right. This is Zoinks here. So, no, he's wonderful. He's done that, and he's done I Am John 5, and he's working on the last one for this one called Howdy. And he's just such a genius. He really is incredible.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it came out really well. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's amazing. And you have great music with a great story plot there. Like how the headstock opens up, you get like a arrow and shooting out, saving the girl. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So, it reminds me of Metalocalypse.
Yeah.
And I could totally see this on Adult Swim.
Sure, yeah.
Have you ever thought about what if this really takes off doing the series?
Yeah, I think it'd be great because, and to have original music and just have it all instrumental and just really cool and different. It'll be kind of like an animated Partridge Family or something like that, Who knows? And but I think it'd be wonderful. I would watch it.
Right?
I
think many people would watch it. It may inspire other guys to come out and do series. Like I could see Buckethead doing something like that.
Like if you did it, or Buckethead, or anybody, I would totally watch it.
Right?
It would seem so interesting to me, but that's what it's all about. It's like what you do. It's just keeping it alive, keeping it going, because if one person is like this and it triggers their mind, they're like, oh, I would love to do something like that, and I think it's important. So it's all about inspiration for me and many others as well.
Yeah, expanding the boundaries a little bit to what people are usually used to.
Yeah.
And we just spoke about this. It's a segue, but it's a good segue. Let's focus on that jacket.
Yeah.
That is jacket. Let's give a shred out to Cody Barona over at Forgotten Saints LA for making this badass jacket that you post on Instagram.
Yeah.
I've been following her for a while. Her work's incredible. I mean, she was doing it before I knew many other people doing it in the mainstream like that. And she's only gotten bigger.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for rock and roll threads, you've been rocking her stuff for a long time.
Yeah, she makes all of my stage gear, and she actually was like, I want to get into videos. And she's the one that made the Crank It video.
Art director, right?
Yeah, she did all this work on it, and just she's so creative, and I love working with creative people, because I don't know all the answers, but I like to surround myself with people that, are super talented.
And she does some great work. I remember the first time I saw her stage pants. I'm like, okay, so if I buy these, I could wear these out to like Walmart, Target, stuff like that, right?
You can.
And we're like, they told me I couldn't.
Yeah.
I'm like, they actually told me they wouldn't hang out with me if I did wear that. So
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah,
They're great
of course.
pants,
Why
man.
not? Yeah.
That might be a South Florida thing. I'm sure out in like LA, people got no problem with that.
Yeah,
Down here,
I've wore a onesie to Target, I'm like so tired, and I literally, even in my videos, I'm always in a onesie, so where my wife's like, I need something, I'll be like, right away, and I'll be like, okay, and I'll just go.
it's easier than trying to color coordinate an outfit. It's already
Yeah.
done for you.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? It's all put together in one piece.
Right.
So you also have a big album coming out with Rob Zombie that you say is the best zombie album yet.
Yeah, it is. Being a zombie fan for so long, and a White Zombie fan, it's and I haven't said this about previous records or anything, because a lot of people will promote their record that way, but I don't say that. But this one, I really believe it is. It's super heavy. It's very musical, and it's got great melody. It's great lyrics, and but how it was done is he had all the lyric and melody done with a very, very basic guitar thing. So I got a chance to really put some cool stuff behind it, and it fit so perfect, because before we would put the music down together and he would have to write on top of that. But now, since the vocal was all done, it was so easy. It was incredible. So I'm super excited about it, and I hope people like it, because we both really love it a lot.
Is there a date or name for the album?
I don't know. His titles are crazy, so I don't even know the past titles. But I don't know when it is. But if you see him in the hall, just say, "Hey, when's that record coming out?"
I'm sure he'll tell me.
Yeah.
This guy, of course.
Yeah.
I'll tell him.
Mr. Shred.
Yeah, Mr. Shred, the name that haunts me. So it's no secret, man. You're a fellow horror fanatic.
Yeah.
You love the movies. You get them. You show it. In the clothes, in your music. I think is reflected too, which is great.
it's
I'm a
fun.
huge horror freak. So Rob Zombie has a sequel to Devil's Rejects coming out.
Yeah.
3 from Hell. Can we expect to hear any tracks from you on it, or tracks?
I don't know. I've been touring and making records so much. I didn't score this one. I don't know if there's going to be any new zombie music in it, but I did not score this one because I've been touring just non-stop and just making videos and records.
You've been touring with Jared James Nichols too, right?
Yeah,
He's opening.
Great guy.
God, I wish you guys came down here. Every
Yeah.
show was Midwest.
I love it here so much. My daughter's here. I love it here so much. I was just sitting outside with, with everybody, and I'm like, this is incredible, because in LA, it's, you think of LA, buildings, all this stuff, but technically it is the desert, so it gets really cold at night.
Yeah.
And I love, anybody that knows me, I love warm, hot. And so I'm into it.
Do you dig it?
Yeah, I dig it.
This is it. We can get a home out here, man.
We were doing a tour of Canada just recently. Dude, I got bronchial pneumonia. I think my body just does not do well with cold.
Well, maybe that's where George Lynch got it too. George Lynch has pneumonia now too. He's dealing with.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he had to cancel some docking gigs and some lynch mob gigs,
Yeah.
and it's not good at any age.
No,
as you get older, it's
yeah.
like so. Prayers in there, man. Stay
Yeah.
strong, George Lynch. Shit. So.
Mr. Scary.
Yeah, that's no joke, dude. You
Yeah.
know. So I don't want to ask you about that because that's actually great. So if you had the opportunity, let's say, to do a score for any horror franchise of your picking, what would it be?
I would say the Universal movies, the early ones, because of the fact they're like in Dracula, there was nothing. It was just, there's no music. It's silent. It's just like us talking. There's no music whatsoever, and it'd be cool to hear a score to that. There's nothing there. And because sound just came into the mix, like only maybe, I don't know how soon, like maybe even that year, because that movie's 1931, I believe. So it was, sound just came up.
If there's any guitar player to do all the sound effects and do a score like that, It'd be you for a horror film. I can see that. The effects
really
you
cool,
do, right?
Ambient, cool noise.
Yeah.
Maybe throw in a sliding arpeggio here.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck was that?
When appropriate.
Yeah.
We'll know when. No doubt about it. And this is something I've always asked, and I think I asked it on the page, and you actually commented on it. So you have tons of instrumental albums under your belt. A massive shred resume. You played with everybody and contributed greatly to their albums and their careers. So how the heck have you not been on a G3 tour yet?
I don't know. I would love to be on one.
Were you ever asked to be on one before?
Actually, no. And I'm very close with Steve Vai. You know, I know Steve, and I know him very well. But you know what it is? Personally, I think us just talking, I think like those guys are such good friends. I think that's what it is. They're so close, like what Vai's doing now. Like he's really great friends with Nuno and you know all those guys, and they're like, hey, let's go on tour together, and they all have such a great time, and I think that's wonderful. Or the G3 thing, like him and Joe have known each other their whole lives.
Right.
So you know, if we grew up together and we were super close, we'd be like, hey, let's do a tour. So I don't know, either hopefully it's that, or hopefully, you know, I would love to be on one, you know, anytime. I think it'd be great. But a lot of guitar players try to do their own, you know, version of that, which I think is wonderful. But I think if I did it, I would do like Buckethead, you know, myself.
This is a question I had right there. It's
Yeah.
like you got the option to get two guys right now. Who would they be to join you?
I would say Buckethead and Guthrie, yeah.
I got three.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
It'd be great.
That
I would go.
A lot of people would go to that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Buckethead now packs in the house. I'm sure you do. So to get those two together, I mean, it's experience.
I think if me and Buckethead did it, we would play theaters because we both do really well with attendance.
Did you ever hear from Buckethead? Did you ever talk to?
Here's a great story. I went to San Diego, to go see him. You know, and we know each other, and I went down there, and somebody came down and said, "Oh, Buckethead wants to, you know, talk to you after the show." And I was like, "Okay." So I'm just hanging out backstage after, and he comes down to Michael Myers' mask, and he comes up to me here, lean in, and he goes, "You did that country thing so well."
With the mask on.
Yeah, with the mask on. I really like you playing live. And it
That's
was like,
great.
it was
That's
just
great.
like that. He said, so everyone could hear it, he said, "You do that country thing so well. I really like your playing." And, you know, we just talked, but he talked very quiet. But that's what I love about him. I love that you've never seen his face. I love that he stays in character because that's who he really is. And I love his playing. And a lot of people say, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I am inspired by him. And I'm not afraid to say it. Hell yeah, I'm inspired by him. I think he's awesome. And I think that's what it's all about. Being inspired. I'm not playing the exact same licks he's playing, but I'm playing that kind of style. And I think that's what it's all about. How many guitar players have tapped like Eddie? A zillion. But I support it, you know, so much. I think it's education and it's inspiration, and I love Buckethead.
Yeah, he's incredible. His shows. I mean, he gives out toys. He does dance moves.
Yeah, it's so
You're
good.
People don't understand what you're getting when you go to a Buckethead show.
Yeah,
So
his dancing is so good. And you go to the shows, a lot of it's not even guitar players. They're just like, you know, YouTube people or something like that. And I think that's wonderful.
yeah, I mean, I could totally see that happening. That's what I said.
Yeah.
John Five Buckethead, add Guthrie Govan, who's coming down here soon.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Yeah.
that'd be incredible, man.
It'd be great.
You know, they got the Guitar Collective. I could totally see one starting like this. You know,
Yeah.
Guitar Collective, Generation X, whatever you guys call
Yeah.
it. Maybe Creatures of the Night.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Kids,
Yeah.
you know? So, all right.
Yeah.
Another thing is you were featured in one of the most popular documentaries of probably the past 5 years, I like to say. Higher Gun.
Yeah.
You were in it.
Yeah.
Not as long as I would have liked for you to be in it, though.
Right?
I'm like you're going about David Lee Roth and all this shit, you know, with everybody, Rudy Sarzo, all these guys, and you're going anything. I'm like, all right, next time maybe.
You know, I think because, and this is where I always make the mistake, I think I am like one of the first to do it. So when you're one of the first, and they did a really long interview, But over the years, you get so many people, and then your time gets knocked down so much. But yeah, I was like one of the first to do it because I think it's a wonderful documentary, and I think it's a wonderful idea too, because it's such a cool idea. Because people don't really know what it's like, to be a hired gun and things like that. And I've done it my whole life.
Yeah, it's a whole other level of player.
Yeah,
There's no joke about it. It's
Yeah.
epic. And there's rumor that Jason Hook may be putting together a second one.
I don't know.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask about that. Okay, so you didn't hear about that? Okay.
Yeah, I don't
So
know, but if I'm in it, I'm only in it for 2 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I give him more time, bring him back in, please.
Right, yeah.
Give him more time on that. Okay. And now this is a big one. We posted a video of you guys. We did a show recently where you invited Michael Anthony
Yeah.
and Corey Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Stone
Fred
Sour Slipknot to go on
Fred
stage.
Corey too, playing drums.
Yes, from
Yeah.
Cinderella, right?
Yep.
And you guys did Van Halen songs. You did Run with the Devil. You did Take Your Whiskey Home. You may have done more. It's the only videos I found.
Yeah, we did, You Really Got Me Too. And so here's what happened. We were backstage. Oh, sorry, let me finish your question. Is that your question?
Well, in a way, okay, this was a question.
Okay.
Great response.
Yes.
People love it.
Yes.
Number one thing they said is you guys sound great, and Corey Taylor, they said sounds so good that they could see him sing for Van Halen.
Yeah.
Which he does sound really amazing. So,
Yeah.
have you guys considered doing maybe other dates or bigger, longer set lists because the reaction is so good? Because people really want to see more of that. It was amazing.
So here's what happened. We were in a room this size, and we were gonna do Take Your Whiskey Home. So we got in the room. I had a little amp, and Fred, Michael, Corey, we're all back there. And then we'd run through it. We'd be like, okay, cool. Mike's like, I haven't played that song in, whatever, since it came out. And then I would start another one, and we'd play it from beginning to end perfectly. And then I said to myself, all right, well, I'm gonna start another one. So I started another one, played it perfectly from beginning to end. All the guys, of course Michael knows them so well. And then we just kept on going. We could have done a full set. Now, if you watch the video, because it cuts off, Michael's like, should we do another one? And I'm like, okay. We never rehearsed it. We never rehearsed those songs. And I think I even say that in the mic one time. And it went over so well. So Mike actually texted me and he goes, I'll show you. He's like, we should maybe do something, that was really, really cool. And I was like, absolutely, it was magic. And
Yeah.
since we never even rehearsed it, but it was magic. Could this be magic?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to see it, and
That's a
when
good
you
title
see,
that's a good name for the band.
that's the name of the
Could
band
this
you
be
guys could
magic?
do it.
Yeah.
That could be huge. And I tell you, when I first saw him, like, wow, this sounds so good. Then you hear Michael Anthony sing, you're like, there's the voice of Van Halen right
Yeah,
there.
there's the voice,
So, I mean, the guy is such a big part of that band. And it's incredible.
Yeah. And people want to see that. I love Eddie, I love Dave, and all that stuff. And it's nothing. I just think people would love to see it.
Yeah.
Why not?
And you made an album with David Lee Roth. You played with Michael Anthony. Have you ever had a run-in with Eddie Van Halen?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? You ever
Oh,
jammed
yeah.
with him?
He invited me over to his house. I was on tour, but we talk on the phone. We would talk on the phone all the time.
No kidding, dude.
All the time. The only one I didn't hang out with was Alex. But yeah, I know Eddie well, and of course he's the greatest. He changed. Not only is he such a great guitar player, but great musician, great songwriter, great inventor.
Rhythm player.
Oh my
gosh,
God.
the rhythms, dude.
Because he
Like,
was, of course everyone knows he was drummer,
Yeah.
before he picked up guitar but yeah, he would tell me great stories about how he would play drums and stuff like that.
That's no kidding. So that's a pretty good friendship you got there.
Yeah,
Listen to
yeah.
that kind of stuff,
It's wonderful. He's a great, great guy. I gave him one of my tellies. He gave me one of his guitars, but I still haven't seen him play with the telly yet.
No one sees him play ever. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone's hoping he was going to be at Winter Jam. Like, I remember people were like talking on microphones, on like mics, handheld mics. I think he's upstairs. He's going to show up for the Shark guitar.
Yeah.
That never happened. They said if he is here, this place is going to melt down. Everyone's going to run upstairs, no matter where they're at. It's going to be chaos.
So NAMM is usually Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then kind of into Sunday. He usually goes Wednesday when they're setting up. So.
I figured. There's no rush during that time. No wonder. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so here's something for you. I already got over with Van Halen what we were talking about there, but you recorded an album with David Lee Roth back in 2014?
Something like that.
Yeah?
So here's what would happen. Dave would call me. He'd be like, come on over. Let's write some songs, get some burritos. And I would, always hang out with Dave, for years and years and years. And so I'd just go over and we'd just talk about everything and play music and write songs, all the time. So there was this time where we would write songs and write songs early in the morning, and then he would rent out the studio at night. So we'd write, and then we'd go into the studio. And we did that for a long time, and we were recording and writing. We had a collection of music. I was like, great. And I was like, all right, great, because I was going on the road, and he's like, all right, have a great tour. So when you're gone, I'm gonna have Greg Bissonette come in and play drums to this stuff. And I was like, awesome, that'll be killer. I'm like, all right, bye guys. And he goes, and the engineer, I'll never forget this, the engineer goes, wait a minute, we can't do that because there's no click. Because Dave, they didn't record the click back in the day. And Dave's face, I'll never forget, it dropped. He was like, and I was out in my car, loading my car. I don't think I've ever told this story. So he said, I can picture, we're right outside of A&M studio. I'm leaning against my car, and he said, John, I've never asked you for anything, but I'm asking you right now, you have to re-record this record. And I'm like, Dave, I'd leave it was probably 6 at night, and I left at 10 at LAX. And he goes, and this is my hero.
Right.
He goes, I've never asked you for anything. And he goes, you got to do this. You got to re-record the whole record to click. And I go, I'll do it. And so I unloaded all my stuff, which was agonizing, and I did it. I recorded the whole record again to click.
Dude.
Yeah.
And you definitely use the click a lot, even on your Instagram videos, which no one really does.
Yeah.
You do it by the book. You're like, this is going to be on time. You know, it raises the bar a lot.
I have to wrap it up, but how I'm going to wrap it up is no one has ever heard this, but I'll play you a little bit of that David Lee Roth record.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
David Lee, here we go. It's called the California Sessions.
You may have to zoom in a little bit or come up a little closer just to hear that mic.
That's how I can play.
Dude, that's a good riff. That's a killer riff, dude. That's,
and it reminds me of Damn Good.
Yeah,
or
dude.
something like that.
Fuck yeah. Hopefully that goes out, man. Hopefully that comes out. Now, oh my gosh, I gotta hear that album. That's gonna be fucking epic. That's gotta be so good. Wow. Okay, so let's wrap it up then. John 5, where can people follow you at?
On Instagram, I'm very active, John5 Official, or Facebook, or anything like that.
And you're on Twitter too, right? You're on Twitter.
I think it connects to my Twitter, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can follow me at Mr_Shred_. All right. And also Masters of Shred, obviously. And if you like this video, which you should, because this was amazing, subscribe to the channel and give it up for John 5 for sitting down with us. This is amazing.
Thank you for that.
Pleasure, man. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Tune in next time, guys. Take care.
All right.